Glad I'm trying to get on here and get off quickly tonight. It's hot, 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 hot. The screens tonight. Thank you, Lord. YouTube, Facebook, and then the TikTok is here. So come on in and join me. Join me tonight. My books are under here. I'm going to read them. You haven't noticed I changed my position in the room. A little bit more space, a little bit more freedom. I don't have to etch by the computer table because I have a small computer table with all these things on there. And then the light is perfect angle on this way. So I was going to rearrange my downstairs today, but I said, no, why? Why? Why should I do it? Why? Why should I do it? On my lunch break at that. I was on my lunch break. So on Wednesdays and Fridays, I work from home. And I think my dog enjoys me working from home more than he does because when I'm home, I walk him in the afternoon on my lunch break because I just walk the office or around a building on my lunch break when I'm at work. So why not continue that, right? All this about to look beautiful and bonafide again. Again, I'm learning my no to snacking and emotional eating. It has been a whirlwind for a couple of years, but I'm trying to get back to me. So my dog's enjoying that. I'm enjoying it too. And everybody knows him in the neighborhood. He's walking with his little tail out, all pretty and cute. All right, come on in the room, people. Come on in the room, people. I'm gonna kind of get that out of my way. Got my bottle of water. Tonight we're going to talk about a subject that is always a topic. It's a silent killer. It's shame, it's doubt, it's guilt, it's messy, and it's still not getting enough awareness to end it or to have everybody know what they're supposed to do and look out for things like this. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And normally what happens in April, I'll try to pick a day that I do sexual assault awareness, and that day is today. I do apologize if I didn't tell anybody last week when it ended. My speaker, again, I have to arrange my schedule around to help him come on a Tuesday. Then I got to get in touch with him. And I say, this man is busy, but I understand because he's a single father to bring him on the show. But I got another guest coming. I'm going to get some information and put it forth. Hopefully, cross your fingers, cross your toes. Next week, this beautiful young lady will be on. This woman will be on with us. Hey, Manny, what's going on, sir? How is that weather in Florida treating you? We had it 90 degrees here today, and I did not like it at all. At all. I'm loving the vibe with your daughter and her wrestling matches. So cool. We didn't have that in my school, but so cool. I think I would have been an awesome wrestler back in the day. Strong holding people. Just strong holding people. She looks big and strong. She's beautiful as well. All right, guys, before I do Before I start the topic, we normally get into our midweek check-in. I put the midweek check-in up there around like maybe 4 o'clock. And of course, I had the flaming heart. It's too hot. It frustrates me. I do not like summertime. It ain't even summertime yet. And the 90 degrees just got to me today. Like, what? Why is it this hot? So I'm frustrated. I don't like the warm weather. I never complained when it was cold. Never. Not saying that I like winter, but I don't complain when it's cold. You can put on clothes to heat yourself up. But when it get hot, can I take my skin off? Can I just take the whole skin off and cool down? I don't like this sweat. And yes, my AC is still not working, but the guy is coming out next week, hey, to get that thing fixed. Okay. All right. So I was frustrated today, but by the end of the day, me walking the dog, I felt relaxed and friendly. I had someone come over to help me with some work that I'm doing to my home. So the frustrated, flaming heart, and then feeling relaxed and friendly at the end of the day. I accomplished everything that I needed to accomplish. And it's still moving. It's still moving. So let's see how you guys are feeling out there today. What is your midweek check-in? If you are doing great, give me some red emoji hearts. If you are doing great, give me some red emoji hearts. If you're feeling okay, you're saying you're okay. This is blue. This is not purple. It may look blue. I mean purple, but it's blue. So if you're doing okay, give me some blue emoji hearts. If you're mellow, ma, hey, Miss Carter, she threw out a lot of yellow hearts. Honey, you made it through. God bless you. You made it through. If you're feeling ma, throw out some yellow emoji hearts. If you're having a hard time and you're struggling, give me some green emoji hearts. If you're having a hard time and you're struggling, give me some green emoji hearts. Again, put those thoughts, if you don't want to talk about it here, in my DMs. I look at my DMs every day. I look at my emails every day. I have 3 emails, but I look at them every day. Inbox me, message me. Again, I gave you my number so you can call me on Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. People probably say they don't want to call, but the line's open and it's free. Now, if you're having a hard time and wouldn't mind if somebody reached out to you, this is purple. So on TikTok, it's showing probably that it's blue, but this is purple. So give me some purple hearts if you're having a hard time and wouldn't mind if somebody was to reach out to you. Those pink emoji hearts if you're having harmony and some balance in your life. I feel that way a little bit. I'm getting some things done. God has blessed me with some provisions. Hey. So if you're having some harmony and balance in your life, give me some some pink emoji hearts. Pink emoji hearts. If you are in a really dark place, you know that emoji heart that has a split in the middle. It's broken. If you're in a really dark place, give me some the hearts with the broken emoji on there. If you're feeling optimistic and uplifting, this is orange. Throw some orange emoji hearts up there. This is gray, a gray emoji heart. If you're cool, self-restraint with a little bit of humbleness, you gotta be humble, honey. We gotta be humble. That's God's grace for being humble. If you had a day like this, hello. If you had a day like this, give me some brown emoji hearts. The day was this way. Give me some brown emoji hearts. Day, brown emoji hearts. White emoji hearts is just for doing minimum. You had mixed emotions today, but you got through it. You did the bare minimum today. That's okay. I was telling somebody that called me about their apartment. He's moving out. The landlord wants to show the apartment, and he's still in there. I said, he can't do that. He got to wait till you leave. You got people coming through your house and your apartment looking at all your personal stuff. I said, tell him not to leave you alone. He said, that's what I'm going to do exactly. Mm-hmm. We got to learn our no, people. We have to learn our no. That no is a full sentence. No. Ain't nothing after it. Ain't nothing before it. It's just no. We're feeling relaxed and friendly. Throw them like Blue emoji hearts out there. If you're feeling relaxed and friendly, throw the light blue emoji hearts out there. Again, if you had some frustration as well as I did this morning, this is the flaming heart. Throw some flaming hearts up there. And if you had any sadness and anger, this is the emotion that I like to deal with, because we go through life not even accepting that we're angry or pushing it back down because we try to, fix or solve the problem too soon. And we try to run away from sadness too soon. There was a lady today that called, and it's her child's death anniversary, and it's her grandparents' anniversary of their death. And she went to work, and she got there, like you work with people, and then you work with people with attitudes sometimes, like, I think I would have stayed at home. But she said that she has a great supervisor, and if she can't make it through, that she'll ask her supervisor for some time. But I told her, with grief, as everybody knows, it's a long process. Grief, long process. And like she said, it'll hit you at any time, a different smell, a thought, a song. We got to process those that we love. See, everybody knows that there's an end. There's life, and then there's death. We live it, but then we get to that time where it's death and it's final. We can't see that person anymore. There's no more memories coming with that. There's no more love. There's no more conversations. That gets harder. And no matter how long that person has been gone, you can still feel the same exact way from when you were at their service, at their funeral. Grief is a long, long process, just like healing. It's a long process. So, guys, let's get into tonight's topic. Again, April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The awareness ribbon is teal. The awareness ribbon is teal. Denim Day. If you guys have been with me since I've been doing the Sexual Assault Awareness Month, it's been a while. Denim Day. Wear denim on April the 29th. It's a lot of dearly, together. Take a picture, hashtag it 25 Sam year stronger. Because this year it's the 25th anniversary of Sexual Assault Awareness, or the National Sexual Assault Violence Resource Center, which is NSVRC, which they send me a lot of stuff, emails. They are all over in the community and things of that nature. And so I was thinking, how can I put a nice spin on this topic tonight? Because again, I do this every year. There's a topic every year. And I was like, well, I can kind of define or give you the attributes of what sexual assault is, and to give you some legalistic things about it. But I wanted to, I looked up the word awareness. Sexual assault, we know what that is, and then awareness. Because like the title in the live is how far we come and the works of the head. So we've come a long, long way. Hey, Delia, with dealing with sexual assault, sexual violence, rape, sexual harassment. Now combining that with sex trafficking, it's so much that's come along with it. The stigma that we still have is, why do people wait so long to say what happened? And I said people. I did not particularly say women, because this is just not a woman's issue. More women report it, but men and young boys also get sexually assaulted as well. So why do people wait so long? That's the stigma that everybody say, well, she waited 10 years. Why did she wait 10 years? And he had to, know what he was getting into. He didn't wait 5 years. A young child waits 5 years to say that his teacher sexually assaulted him. That's the stigma that they have. We wait so long because nobody, first of all, don't want to believe us. There's a lot of backlash from it. And generally speaking, in the people of color culture, whatever happens in the house stays in the house. So there's some shame, guilt, anger. Is it a family secret? And so people never speak up. So I want to bring awareness. What is awareness? Awareness is knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. You can be concerned about and well informed or interested in a particular situation or a development. It's also the state of being conscious, cogent, or having knowledge of something familiarity, aware, and ability. So raising awareness is in social context, it refers to educating the public on an issue. So sexual assault awareness for April is educating the public on sexual assault. Having awareness is a state of being conscious, mindful, or fully present in the moment, having knowledge and understanding of your environment, the thoughts, emotions, and surroundings, often involving a sense of alertness or caution. So if somebody's coming to disclose something that happened, a sexual trauma, something that happened, understand that you have to be with them in that moment. The best thing that you can do for that person in that moment, if they're coming to disclose something to you, they really trust you, is to listen. I forgot to bring my little cue card up here today, because somebody said something profound. We need more listeners. When people come to us or people come to anybody and talk about something, we don't want to hear the hurtful stuff, because the person that's coming to us is someone that we love, and we don't want to see them in pain. So we try to fix things first. And sometimes that person simply needs you just to listen. So being mindful and staying fully in the present with that person, acknowledging and understanding, their environment, how's their home life, their thoughts, their emotions, and surrounding everything that involves a sense of alertness, being alert for this person. God has got me in this season right now to be quiet. And honey, that's so hard. It's so hard just to be quiet, not to say something when something's on your mind, when you suspect something, when someone's bothering you, or you feel a little agitated. That's again taking away some of that pride out of you. So if you see me in the street, or if I'm out at a fair and I'm not talkative, I need to be aware of what's going on. God wants me to be more aware of what's going on. And again, to be silent, because every issue, every situation, every circumstance doesn't need mouth service. Let God fight those battles for you. Baby, it's hard, honey. This is rough. Chewing lots of gum. Now, the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, which is called NARVAS, NSVRC, have been talking about sexual assault awareness for the past 25 years. And their theme this year is looking back and moving forward. Again, if you're going to do Denim Day, which is on April 29th, take the picture, put it on your social media, and put hashtag 25 SAM, SAAM, years stronger. Now, it's a 30-day thing for the whole month of April, right? So we're in week 3, which started from April 12th to the 18th. And this week, it's creating that environment from awareness to action. Do you think you have a safe space for somebody to come and disclose something? Are you even that approachable? Are you even strong? You may get triggered because something may have happened to you. Are you in that place? If somebody comes and disclose something to you, are you available for that person? So they're talking about from awareness to action. Prevention is a shared responsibility. Everybody has to take responsibility on this thing. Week 4 is April 19th to the 25th, and they're talking about envisioning the future. How can we engage and a new generation in shaping change. They're on a lot of college campuses. You'll see these things in now woman-led facilities like the OBGYN clinic and things of that nature. Week 5 is April 26th to the 30th, and they're talking about their legacy of commitment. What comes next? Making sure you have a clear understanding about responsibility in the future. They do have a reflection line. You can call. I got to get the number for it, though. You can call and let them know if you have a testimony or story to tell on this reflection line. It's a phone-based story project. You leave a short voicemail of your reflections. So NARVAS has been in operation since 2001 all the way up to 2026. Sexual violence happens in every community, and it affects people of all genders and ages. Sexual violence is any type of unwanted sexual contact that includes words. That's the updated version. Words. It includes words and actions of a sexual nature against a person's will and without their consent. Why I say words? Because people have started to get a little crafty. And you'll see these older people speaking in a sexual manner, and children are right there in the room. You see how crafty they get? So words as well. A person may use force, threats, manipulation, or coercion to commit sexual violence. Sexual violence may or may not involve force. Forms of sexual violence includes rape or sexual assault, child sexual assault, incest, sexual harassment by a person's spouse or partner, unwanted sexual contact like touching. Now, again, if you have small children, teenagers, and those children going into adulthood, these are things that they need to know. Again, when I was in outpatient services, I had so many young people coming to me because some person took a picture while they were nude, and now that's child porn. Or some group of guys was playing with a girl and felt her all up, and now the parents are trying to figure out why their kid have this information on their sheet. Talk to your kids. Keep your hands to yourself, first of all, and there shouldn't be no playful, manner like that. Now, I remember when we was young, and we played the 3 minutes of heaven in the closet. We never got those talking to, because if you talked about sex back then, oh my God, they're doing it. So it's always don't do it. Don't do it. You're not grown. Wait till you get married. Don't do it. And my grandma dare. We couldn't even have boyfriends. We couldn't even have nobody in our house. And see, my brother was the only boy, so he had a lot of friends. But my grandma still didn't play there. But stuff still can happen. Hey, Mother Teresa, how you doing this morning? Oh, this afternoon, I'm sorry. Sexual exploitation and trafficking. Trafficking is the most hottest topic now around the world. Around the world. How many people do you see on your timeline, children, that's been missing? Some elderly people that's been missing. I'm not saying that all these people that you see on your timeline have been sex trafficked, but it's boosted its way up within the past 5-10 years. It's just up there. You have to be careful. One of the things that they'll get you with, I just seen this the other day. There was a sign on a pole saying work, just call this number. But it did not indicate what type of work that they were looking for. or a salary. Now, you know, on your cell phones, on all your devices, there is a tracking system in there. If that is not turned off and they're getting shiesty now, they can track. That was told of when COVID happened, and you're at work and your kids are at home, supposed to be doing virtual school, and they're in robots and they're here, they're in these little check boxes, and they don't even know that the person that they're talking to is their grandpa or some older man prying on children. And I say children, I'm not saying girls, because boys have been missing as well. We need to know that this is a universal thing. Sexual assault, when you heard that, it was particularly for women. Now, no. Sexual assault is for everybody. Everybody. So it's the sex trafficking. They would go into the Roblox chats and say, you know, you hungry? You want something for lunch? Let me DoorDash something to you. Give me your address. And bam, they got your kids just like that. Where was I at? So other forms of sexual violence include exposing one's genitals or their naked bodies to others without their consent, masturbating in public. And please, this is G-rated, so I'm not trying to be vulgar, but these are things that do happen. Watching someone engage in private acts without their knowledge. A lot of this is talking about basically when you're going to a dressing room and people put those little pins. There were pins found. A pen. They look like this. Maybe something like this is found in the dressing area, and they're taking pictures of the young girls and things like that. Same thing for the boys. Cameras in hidden places. You go to Airbnbs, they must tell you that they have cameras in their homes, and they're not supposed to be in specific personal places. The bathroom, you're getting dressed, and non-consensual image sharing. That is a fancy way of saying that somebody take a picture of you naked or in a compromising position. If you don't give consent for that person to send that picture to somebody else, that's a form of sexual violence. Again, if it's children, it's child pornography. And there's so much that happens now, because even before when we did have cell phones, I don't think they could take pictures. And you could send a picture to somebody. It just started with having the phone outside. Instead of, going in the house. Call me when you get in the house. No, I'm going to call you right now. I'm on my phone. Hi. And then it started advancing to pictures. And then we was on a real hype about selfie. Take a picture of yourself. How you doing? Hey, I'm over here. And then I think that's when the gram came out, because the gram, there was only pictures on there at one time, point in time. And now kids, and now especially boys, now I'm saying it, parents, watch out for your sons. Watch out for your sons. This is a generation that the female species is a little bit more advanced than the male species. Watch out for your babies. Watch out for your sons. They're asking for them to send pictures of their privates. Watch out for your babies. Now, moving forward, and this was the thing that I wanted to really talk about, we can prevent sexual violence. It's preventable through collaborations of community members at multiple levels in society, our homes, our neighbors, our neighborhoods, our schools, our faith-setting places, our workplace, and other settings. How can we prevent all of this? We all play a role in preventing sexual violence and establish the norms of respect and safety with equality and helping others. Basically talking about the situation. Understanding the laws. Giving your kids the 411 on what's acceptable and what's not. And the first thing you should be talking to your kids about is consent. Consent. Consent is when someone gives permission for something to happen or when they agree to do something. Consent must be freely given, and it must be an informed choice. A person can change their mind at any given time. Consent is a more than a yes or a no, and especially in a sexual activity. It is an ongoing dialogue about desires, needs, and a level of comfort with different sexual interactions. Your 4-year-old can give consent. Mhm. Sometimes with the babies, when you go kiss the baby turn their face away. That means don't kiss me. They can't talk yet, but that's exactly what that means. We as a society, I love my nephew. His name is Buttons. His real name is Khalil. But I loved him when he was smaller. I would always pick him up and give him so many hugs, squeeze him real tight, and just give him all these kisses. I think Buttons was probably maybe 3 or 4 when he would come over. His mom would come over, my sister would come over, and he would hop behind his mom's leg. And I'm like, yo, what's going on with my baby? Hey, Buttons. And he'd be like, mm-mm. I'm like, okay. And my sister was explaining to me, she told him, they had a talk, don't let nobody kiss you. Not your face and your mouth. Don't let nobody kiss you. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to start asking my nephew, can I give you a hug? Or do you want a hug? And can I give you a kiss? And he like, kiss me right here. Now he about to be 10. He'll give me a hug. He at my waist. He don't want me to pick him up and hug him. He don't want no kisses. He'll just give me a hug. That's it. He has a right to consent to, can I get a hug? Can I get a kiss? So do your 4-year-olds. Learn what consent is for them from the beginning, not until something happens. And this is the part that we need to let our older boys understand. Again, I'm not promoting anything in a sexual manner, but we can't be with our children 24 hours a day. So it's best to educate them. A person can change their mind at any time. Consent is it's more than saying yes and saying no. And especially in a sexual activity, it is an ongoing dialogue about desires. Oh no. There is a fly in here. About desires, I digress. About desires, needs, and the level of comfort with different sexual interactions. I'm gonna break it down to you. If your young boys are in a sexual compromise with a female, and this can be for the older ones too, just because she said yes and you're into it, and she says stop, you need to stop. Or if there's something that you're asking them for and they're not willing to do it and you're pressing for them to do it, no means no. Stop. I don't care if you're halfway into it. That's what it says. It's a dialogue about the desires and needs on a level of comfort. And sometimes, males, y'all don't feel comfortable with everything either. So giving your consent is a dialogue, is a conversation. Are you okay? Let me know something. Because when that person leaves and then they go home, and when and this is the thing, with any form of sexual assault, you're always supposed to believe the person that's giving you the information. And that's what we still have a roadblock with as well today. When it happened to R. Kelly, everybody was like, oh my God. Look, and even when the special came out, well, they shouldn't have been sending them, they daughters with him. What? He's a grown man. Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein. We know about the man that's dead, and they still digging into his past. We prejudge these women before we even know the full-fledged story. Even with the senator that had to, he was going for governor, that had to resign. He dropped out the race. All this stuff is coming out about him sexually harassing women. We prejudge before we even know what's going on. And that's a reason why people don't say anything, especially our boys and our men. They don't say anything. 1 in 4 women report a completed or attempted rape during their lifetime. Nearly 1 in 2 women and 1 in 4 men report unwanted sexual contact at some point in their lives. Victims often know the person who sexually assaulted them. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 8 men get raped by an intimate partner. More than half or both male and female victims were raped by an acquaintance. Now, the interesting thing is the 1 in 3 women has not changed, but it used to be 1 out of 10 men. Now it's 1 out of 8 because people are coming forward. Now, you would hear back in the day, the date rape drug, the GHB, is put in a woman's drink. Women do it too. Ask some of our athletes and some of the people that's in the industry. They wake up and, they lay next to somebody, they don't even know who it is. Or 2 or 3 months later, someone's calling them, I'm pregnant. You're like, how could this be? I don't even know you, woman. They must slip you something. Mm-hmm. Rape is often not reported or convicted. It's hard to prove that. I don't know why it's so hard. You have evidence, you have a report. Now, what they're doing is putting, again, their word against their word. You know how that makes someone feel? You have to go to court in front of a judge. You may have a jury of your peers, the prosecutor, and the defendant, and you're letting them know what happened to you. And imagine if you're a child. What do you mean I have to go to court and see if this person's going to get time in jail or be convicted of a crime that is just so damaging to somebody? Often the survivors disclose to friends, family, and other trusted individuals rather than reporting it to law enforcement. The legal system is not a place where survivors often find justice and can often be re-traumatizing. I can only speak for the state that I'm in, the state of Pennsylvania. I do believe they are moving the statute of limitations from 6 years. They're moving it. They have legislative that they move that end period. Now, I can only tell you because I went through this. You report the crime. They'll take you to the hospital or to the place where they're going to do the test, run a test there. They'll run a test. They'll swab for fluids. They'll swab for hair. They're telling you to, take all your clothes off. You're standing on this clear piece of paper. And I remember I told this story before, and it looks like a meat package paper. You're just standing there, fully white paper. They'll take pictures. They'll put everything together, and they'll put it in a bag. They'll do a rape kit. They may give you the drugs for STIs. A police is going to take a report, and then somebody's going to get in contact with you. After that, it's up to the district attorney to see if they want to charge this as a crime. So when it says that the legal system is not a place where survivors often find justice and it can often be re-traumatizing. First of all, I'm talking to all these people. They're taking pictures of me. I don't know these people. And then sometimes nothing happens. There's no criminal charges. They are still fighting today. And these women are grown now for the man name I won't mention. But we all know who we're talking about because they're trying to get more information on, his whole regimen of this demonic organization that he had. These women still are fighting for justice. Imagine telling your story over and over and over again, and there's no justice. And then the justice that they give doesn't surmount up to the pain that you're feeling or the time that they're going to get to serve. A survivor, each will be affected differently in their daily life, no matter when it happened. So again, this could have happened in 1986, but you can get re-traumatized. This can affect you for the rest of your life. Each survivor reacts to sexual violence in their own way, and healing and justice looks different for each and every survivor. Healing is an ongoing process to everyone. Heals in their own way. Some people never even process what happened at all. Some young girls go home, they take that hot shower, they rinse the mess off, the filth off, the shame off, the nastiness off, and they get in the bed and they never say nothing ever again. And then the hurtful thing about it is they have to see this person throughout the neighborhood, maybe at a family gathering, maybe it's a family member. They still have to interact with this person who violated them. The same thing for our men. There's a teacher, I believe, I think in New Jersey. They just arrested her. And see how it sounds strange when you say her. They just arrested her for sexually assaulting a student now that's a grown person. They just arrested her. So sexual assault does not have gender. It's not gender biased for more. Now it's more, again, it gets reported by women more than men. Because again, society says, well, how could he have been raped? How can he got raped? And in your mind, you're saying, biologically, a man has to have an erection to have sexual intercourse. But again, I tell you, our bodies are made so intricately that the pleasure principle is going to react when it's supposed to react. Basically, when you put the key in the car to turn the ignition on, it's going to turn on. And so when you're young and you get that sense of pleasure and you don't know why your body is reacting this way because this old, nasty, grumpy man is doing what he's supposed to be doing, and I'm not supposed to be feeling this sensation, our body reacts. And oftentimes when you grow up, you're either going to be hypersexual, seeking anything to have sex with, or you're going to be hypo, not wanting to have sex with anyone. Or sometimes you will go to the opposite sex because you are so disgusted by the other person's, the male body parts. Common emotional reactions of guilt, shame, fear, numbness, shock, feelings of isolation happen. Now, I'm going to talk about guilt, shame, fear, and shock. But I want to talk about it in a way not for the person, the assailant that it happened to, not the person that got assaulted, but for family members, because this is the thing that keeps running so rapid. This generational trauma, that what happens in a house stays in a house, And you know you got that old nasty cousin or that old nasty uncle, or you have a niece. I'm saying it. I'm talking about it. And nobody tells anybody in the family what's going on. It stays right in their house. So now I'm trusting you with my children because you're family. I'm trusting you with my children. And now they're at your house. And nobody told me that Nasty Pete is touching your daughter. Or maybe your boyfriend is touching your daughter. Or maybe your son is touching your daughter. It can happen. It does not have any gender or familiarity with family. But the thing is that you keep that thing a secret because you feel guilty and you're shamed about it. And the fear of that getting out. But that's how it keeps happening. That's when it's generational. Because ain't nobody talking about it. It stays there. It's a stain. It's a nasty, nasty stain. And then when something happens to another family member, and that family member acts really differently to you, like coming to your crib and late at night, banging on your door, wanting questions answered. Now you ain't talking. Now there's a breakup in the family because of Nancy Paul, Nancy Pete, or Shirley, or Virginia, whatever you want to call them, or your son, or your daughter. It happens, people. It happens. Inside our homes is where this happens the most at. And no one says anything. It's a nasty secret because of guilt and shame. I'm not trying to plug my book, but this is my story. This is why I'm so passionate about this topic. This is my story. Wrote a book. Forgot when I wrote it, but I wrote this book. Wrote this book. When horrible things happen, revealing a secret to break a curse. This is my story. If you see the hashtag survivor of incest, that's me. I don't have no shame in saying it. I don't feel greasy, nasty, dirty, shameful, fearful anymore. Now, when I wrote the book, everybody and their mama in the neighborhood ran and got the book just to know our business. And I was getting call after call after call after call after call. Many of the calls was from adults. Kimble, I did not know. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My uncle did not know. My brother did not know. Because when I told my mom, she reacted. She reacted the way she was supposed to react. It's in the book. But when it happened again, my grandmother came and took me away because she didn't want her business out in the street. And that same uncle was going to many families, robbing kids of their innocence. In Philly, out of Philly. God rest his soul. After that book, don't do that. I wrote another book, The Healing Journal. When I say it stays with you for a very long time, sexual assault set on me for 15 years and possibly more. I hated everything and everyone. Process that. In your mind, if something like this could possibly be going on in your home, in the school, in your church, at camp, at an after school program. Check yourself. Make sure you're telling your kids about this nasty disease that everybody wants to keep a secret. Because kids grow up to be adults and we still deal with it. When I first wrote this book and I was at my church, the parishioner and the mother of the church, 78 years old, she just her first time telling somebody what happened to her when she was in elementary school. And when I listened to her, her voice was so shaky, it was like she was right back there. The same thing with our young men. They can be hypersexual. You see all these men out here having 5 and 6 baby mamas. Now, we know back in the day, people had 19 kids and 10 kids and a whole baseball team of kids. Even back then, it was rough. Having people reach out. Again, just be a listening ear. Healing takes time. Even telling your story takes time. Because again, some people, hey, Mom Terry, some people don't want to talk about it. Families will keep it a secret. And again, let me just tell you this. It's just not people of color. It's every race, every ethnicity, poor, middle class, rich. You see Donald and them. You see Donald and them. You see them, right? You see, you got people saying, I don't even know this man. I had no dealings with him. I don't even know where his private island or plane or, space was. It's insane. It's in St. I believe it's in St. Thomas. No, it's the Virgin Islands. Because they showed us around there. He has a school over in the Virgin Islands. This Epstein. I'm going to say his name, Epstein. Everybody trying to disassociate themselves with this man because now all this stuff is coming out that he was a monster. And who was his culprit helping him? A woman. Knowing exactly what he was doing to these little children, these girls, a woman. So talk to your children. Don't wait until you think something's happening, or don't wait till it looks strange. Talk to your children. That's how you can educate and how we can help with this disease. Tell your 4-year-old you have, and I'm supposed to be writing this children's book. It's just so hard to write this book. But if you put your arms out like this and you're a gingerbread man, that's all the personal space. Nobody's supposed to come in between that space. No one. Break it down to them. No one. Let no one come into your personal space, your bubble. At 4, you can say, I don't want my iPad kissing me. I don't like my brother kissing me either. Mommy, I don't want anybody kissing me. Because back in the day, they'd be like, oh, give your cousin Johnny a kiss. Wait a minute. Cousin Johnny smells like alcohol. Nobody wants to kiss him. Now, what I would say, the new generation is no one's sitting on no one's lap anymore. But we still have those things that come on the news. The boyfriend is found out touching the daughter. The boyfriend is found out touching his own children. It's a continuous cycle that we don't need. So having a conversation. My daughter had a conversation with my grandson. My daughter was in college. For a ride. And I'm becoming a grandmother with a mom again. So I would come home and my ex-husband would, be in the kitchen cooking and doing something. And, we'll get him all ready. And I'm like, it's time for your bath. He used to love bath time. He used to love it. But he got older. give him his little scrub thing, and I would help him wash him up. One day I went in the bathroom and he was like, "No, Nene, you can't touch me there." I was like, "Wait a minute." I felt upset a little bit. Like, well, who done told you something about me? Wait a minute. I said, okay, well, you a little. He was 5. You old enough, you know, with a cleaning between your toes and your ears, and let me get your back. He was like, nope, can't do that either. Now, how you gonna clean your back, honey? He took that rag and stretched it out and was. My daughter came home, sat down with her and talked to her. She was like, yes, mom. I told him that you don't allow no one to touch him at all. So from that day forth, my grandson learned how to lotion himself, how to put his pajamas on, his socks. He would get in the bed and tuck the sheet himself. I just come in, read his book, we read the book, and that was it. Talk to your children. And this is just something, if you have a family member that is known for that, because some people don't get help. And they normally say, if you are abused, you may become an abuser. Because again, it's a learned behavior. So with the thing with R. Kelly, didn't R. Kelly say he was sexually abused and sexually molested? That's no excuse, but that's what happens. It's a learned behavior. Hey, D, what's going on, sir? Babe, you don't see that? Steven, what just happened? Baby, I paid my light bill. I know I did. It's a learned behavior. You have to communicate the things that's it's so troublesome that we don't want to believe. My child, my uncle, my daughter, my brother, my boyfriend, my husband, my son. We don't want to believe that. How could they? But if we talk about it more and again, educate yourself about it. Because there was an incident where someone came to my house and they had showed somebody their privates. Oh no, you can't come in here. You can't come. He can't be here. Who invited him anyway? And so now the music gets turned down, and now I'm loud, I'm disrespectful in my house. You got to go. And they're trying to explain themselves. I want to hear nothing. You could come over everybody else's house and be there, but not at this one. You have to have somebody stand up for these kids. When I got this information, I was like, hold up, what does such and such do? I'm calling people. It's not normal. It's not normal. And this thing has been since the beginning of time. It's sin. It's nasty. It's disgusting. But April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I have some resources. WAR has a 24-hour sexual violence hotline. I used to volunteer for WAR. It's a very good education. They also do sexual assault therapy or sexual, therapy for victims of sexual assault. That hotline number, I'm going to say it now, and I'll also write it in the chat after this. That number is 215-985-3315. Again, it's 215-985-3315. It's a hotline. It's 24 hours, free. PSAR, sexual violence. They're a legal sexual violence assistance place or program. They have a hotline as well. Their hotline number is 888-772-7227. To report child abuse or neglect. I don't care how many somebody gonna be at you, honey. If you gotta throw hands, throw hands. This is the time to throw the hands. This is the time to throw the hands. Our babies keep getting hurt. When is it going to stop? When are we going to stand up for our children? Now, y'all heard me say that the legal system sometimes don't even convict when you go to the police with it. They don't convict. Imagine how a child feels. Is it a crime or is it not a crime? How are they going to get punished? They hurt me. And sometimes the punishment doesn't outweigh the hurt. Because my uncle only got 19 years. And that 19 years went fast. It went fast. To report child abuse or neglect, the child line number is 800-932-0313. Not 800-932-0313. Listen, just to make a report, they're going to come and investigate it anyway. And if it's not found, you'll be okay. But I would rather report than not report. TikTok always does this. Listen, I've said enough. My heart is beating because I'm passionate about this subject. If you want this book, I'll leave the website for it in the comments section. This book as well, I'll leave. This is $14. This is $20. I'll leave the website in the comment section. A lot of people have bought this book and have not used it. My husband don't use his book. Miss Carter, you use your book? Do you? These activities in here were specifically mountable for things that I went through, even things in my therapy sessions. Because I went to therapy for this. Again, I went to war for this. After going to war for therapy and then actually being a sexual assault counselor for the volunteer hotline was full circle for me. But through my therapy and through my healing process, the activities that got me through was found in this healing journal. And the first exercise in here is saying, digging up old bones. As written in my book, When Horrible Things Happen, Revealing the Secret to Break a Curse, suppressing memories and blocking out those memories as if they never happened as a protective tool. We will go back to the place where you felt like you died when this incident first happened and begin to the process of digging up the body. Let's go back to the place where you buried those deep memories and those thoughts of the incident that took place. Like an unkept garden, if you don't keep your garden up, it's going to be weeds in there, bugs in there, that your plants ain't going to be growing properly. And describe that place. Write down your place, how it looks. So go back in your mind because it's there. The trauma is still there. When I say it's a body, it's because once this in my situation, the way I can recall things, once this thing happens to you, a little bit of you dies inside. And if you're not believed and you don't get justice and you still got to sit around this person to see this person, a lot of you keeps dying. And sometimes, even if you're not believing, they blame it on you. We didn't get to that. They blame it on you. What was you doing? what they used to call them fast girls. They blame it on you. You get no justice. You might become hypersexual because, again, this thing feels good and it feels like a drug. You want that memory back, even though what happened wasn't supposed to happen to you. Your body is naturally reacting on something that's supposed to feel good when you're with somebody that you wanted to feel good with. So now you're chasing that feeling. You're hypersexual. Or again, you're not sexual. And you may say, well, I'm gay, I'm bisexual. You may play around. That body is now dead. You feel dead inside. There might be anger, there might be frustration, there might be a lot going on in your life. And as you get older, because you didn't process it, because no one in your family helped you go through it, because they didn't know how. They wanted to go away too. They feel shame and guilt. Why did I protect my daughter? Where was I at? How did I let this happen? So you write down that child, that woman, that man, what happened, so you can dig that body back up, because you want to go through this process. You can recall what happened. You're telling your story. You're finally getting it out. So this is the healing journal. If you want it, you can purchase it. But when you purchase it, please use it. Use it. I mean, I look at the book all the time. There's so many healing journals out there, but I look at the book all the time, and I'm just amazed by the things that's in here. I did a healing symposium, and I took some of these activities out of this book. It was an awesome thing. I'll try to get to that again in the future. But guys, that's my segment. That is my segment. So hopefully next week I will have my special speaker on, and then again my male speaker. I have to get them, chase after them for their Tuesday, because they work on that Wednesday. They have a really big busy schedule. He's a single father, so hands off to him. Listen, pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to your children. Pay attention to your partner, your husbands, your wives. Pay attention. This is a foul, foul disease that nobody wants to deal with. Nobody. If it happens, if it's on your door, again, I'll give those numbers out there. There's going to be also some links to where you can go and get some therapy services, maybe some legal help. I'll put that all in the chat. Guys, be safe. Be safe. My name is Kimble Evans. I'm your trap therapist, and you've been on the Trap Lounge. You guys have a good night. Says Steph, I see you on here. Let me get off here. I'm cutting into your time. I'm coming. Okay. I never know what's going on with TikTok. Y'all always the one to leave last. It won't let me exit. What are y'all doing? I know y'all want to see my pretty face, but Babe, did you flip a switch? What happened?
I noticed that the fan was from the basement. First of all, when I pulled the top off the door, it fell off. We ain't had it back up the right button. Now, I don't know, reaching out and shot myself, but and now the switch was loose. I hit it. I don't know. They all flipped, but the fan won't work. I said, "Damn, why the fan ain't working?" I used the microwave, so I went to the basement. So I had to hook this green thing up because it's hot in there. I don't need anything.
So ain't nothing in there working?
Yeah, just the fan. It's just the fans.